You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
Pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Why do you sound like an old man?
Ah, you're great. My name's Michael.
I always feel like your old man sounds kind of like a ghost, too. It's
The
confusing.
spooky old man.
He's borderline dead.
Borderline
old he
dead
is.
man. Welcome to the podcast. I am Monica, the Phantom, Nevi.
Ooh, and I'm Mike the Goblin Coletta.
I'm a goblin? Oh,
Yes.
a horror. I love gold.
Is that bad? What episode is this? Do you know?
This is
Do we even know?
332.
Oh, that is not what I thought. Okay.
What did you write down?
330.
I'm looking
but
at
that's 'cause
Monica's
the last
notepad.
one-
She just wrote 69, 69, 420 over and over again.
I was like 369.69.
Well, do you have any shows you want to plug up top?
I do. This weekend I will be in. Well, we'll do live stream trivia on Thursday, so if you want to be online for that, it's going to be great. And then Friday I'll be in Lewiston, Idaho, and
Ooh.
Saturday in Big Fork, Montana.
Big Fork.
Yeah, Little Spoon was busy. I'm just kidding.
I was about to make a joke saying, you know what they don't do in Big Fork? Little Spoon.
Little
That's
Spoon.
what I was going to say. No one's Little
Well,
Spoon.
I'm stealing it and using it on stage.
It's a bunch of people just fighting to be Big Spoon all the time. It's really stressful.
Yeah.
It's a very stressful cuddle situation.
And I think that's good.
I don't have any shows coming up. I'm still in school.
What
But
is I mean, you do have a show coming up. It's just
I do
in
have a show
couple-
coming up. It's kind of
in
a
a
ways away. Are
couple-
we announcing that?
Yeah, why not? Because
All
since
right.
I tried to book you while we were on the podcast last week, so we'll
I guess
update
that's
people.
true. I will be in Coeur d'Alene. I like to say Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah,
instead.
keyword.
With Monica on April 9th and 10th, the day before my 33rd birthday.
Yes, if you're in the area, you can buy tickets now. They're on my website or Eventbrite or whatever.
Bring me cake.
We've sold a few,
strong
and
to
it's
say bring
limited
the cake?
seating. So if you want to celebrate Mike's birthday,
It's at the Honey Social Club, right?
it is.
I called it the Honey Hole at one point, and that was
That's
incorrect.
Yeah, but that's a good sandwich place.
it is a good sandwich place. Hey, you know what, Monica?
What?
There's people we got to talk about that we love. And
Okay.
those people we love are our Patreon supporters. And if you want to
Absolutely.
be one of them and be loved by us more than we already love you now, this is going great. You should put $1 to patreon.com/huglifepodcast.
$1 a month to be loved. People really make it seem like it's more difficult. Just $1.
It really isn't. It's just money makes the world go round.
Yeah.
You know what else you can do is you can go to huglifepodcast.com or monicanevi.com, click on the Amazon banner, and then shop like you normally would, and we'll get a little something on the side.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was my reaction. Anyways.
Other things you can do to help us out. You can rate and review, subscribe to us if you want to, wherever you listen. You can tell your friends about us. You can tweet at us and tell us you love us. We'll tell you we really love you back. You could send us cute animal photos. We would like that too. Speaking of cute animal photos, you can go to Instagram also and see at Hug Life Podcast, and we have cute animal photos there.
There it is. There it is.
Look at all these cute aminals.
Yep. If you want to see something prettier, go to Danny Dodge.
Oh yeah, she's a very good artist.
StudioDodge.com or at Studio Dodge. Beautiful, beautiful artwork.
Beautiful person, beautiful artwork. Danny
There you
Dodge.
go.
That's what they say.
That's what they've.
I should
that's
write
what
more slogans.
Sure.
You think I could be a slogan guy? Slogan
Yeah.
man.
Let's test you. Do one for chicken wings right now.
Well, butter me in Buffalo. It's chicken wing time.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay. What about pizza?
Pepperoni me and pizza. It's pizza. I'm just kidding.
That's it. Okay. That really. Okay. What about video games? Just the whole industry.
As a whole industry,
Yeah.
do you like bullying online? Video games.
A afraid to call your mom a cunt to her face? Video games.
Video games. As a person who does a video game podcast, that's a terrible video game.
Is there too much of that? Is that...
No, not really. I think I also play games lately that have attracted people that are scum of the earth. So,
what?
Like I play some games that are like really competitive online shooters or like really competitive online games in general. And anytime
Stuff
you
with
get
guns.
like competitive online stuff, even though you can see like it's just a game, people get angry, you know. And then I get mad because I suck so bad and I'm losing, and I just feel angry at myself. And I don't put that out on anyone because that's how an adult works. You don't push that shit out on people. You keep that in. You hold it in.
Right. Stop projecting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're all here to better ourselves.
Do you like analog sticks? Video games. That's good.
What's an analog stick?
Push the button and turn it on. Video games.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I think people prefer
analog
that.
sticks are little sticks that are on the controller that you move with your thumbs.
Oh, like a joystick?
Yeah, they're joysticks, but they're called analog sticks.
Because they don't make people happy anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Stick of joy. Anyways, okay. Anything else? I feel like we got it.
I think we just covered everything, pretty much.
Do
According
we
to my list, I think we covered everything.
look at that?
Do you have any lexical embraces for the week, my friend?
Let me think for one moment.
I have one.
Yeah,
should
you
say.
go. That's what I meant.
This is a very vague one.
Perfect. I like vague ones.
Morning air.
Morning
like when you walk
air.
outside in the morning and you like smell the air and it's fresh and it's nice and it feels good.
Okay, I like that actually. That's very good.
Morning air.
I often work out in the morning, try to, and it's I like it much better than later in the day.
Evening
Okay,
air,
makes me
trash.
sound like an
Morning air,
asshole.
excellent.
Yes, this evening air has been used.
by
No
too
one's
many
gotten
people.
out to ruin the morning air.
Mm-hmm. That was mine though. I think it was pretty good.
I'm gonna go with Chili's.
Like chili peppers.
No, like Chili's, the restaurant.
Oh, the restaurant Chili's.
Chili's, yeah.
Tell me all about it. I love a good chain restaurant.
I really hadn't been in like a long time. And we were in Spokane this weekend, and luckily Erin got to come with me, and her and our other friend were with us, and they were very adamant on going to the Chili's. And so we went. And honestly, I think because aesthetically on the inside it looks the same as both Applebee's and Red Robin, that I just didn't really remember it,
Makes you feel at home.
Right, but it's but the food is quite different. Not that it's like the best thing I've ever had, but it's better than the other two I just said.
I think the last time I was in Florida, I went to a Chili's, and I actually was like, "This is good food." Like,
Yeah,
it's not
well,
great, but it's good.
Yeah, their chips and salsa. The chips are like
Oh,
I
they're
don't know what they're
baller.
doing. It's like they're oily, but they're not heavy. It's
Mhm.
very weird.
So they
Yeah.
described me like in high school.
I don't know what they're oily, but not heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was a little thinner back then. Still greasy. Terrible skin. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh man, I actually really do like Chili's. Also, I love going to a airport and finding a Chili's too, because I
Ooh,
think that's a
yeah.
hilarious name for a restaurant.
Well, and then
This is our restaurant, but also,
you know what I've been doing lately? That
what have you been doing?
It's definitely just the impulse, and they put it there on purpose. But I love trivia games so much that I've been playing the little tablet that they have at the table.
Oh, the
at, like Red
Ziosk?
Robin and stuff. Sure, yeah, that one. And they have you could play like $1.99 and just put it on your tab, and then play some trivia. And I've been doing it like every time.
And it's been fun.
It is fun.
For $2, it's not bad at all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm into
exactly. And then I just don't tip. I'm kidding.
it. I know, I was just kidding, but I wanted you to sit there because I thought it'd be funnier.
It's pretty good.
That's a pretty good one, though. I like Chili's,
Thank you.
both the pepper and the restaurant. Okay, I have some stories to read of the positive quality. Would you like to open up
Yes.
the next segment?
Yes. Hey guys, good news.
Hey, welcome to the good news. It's me, Mike Coletta. Wall Street Bets, the group behind the GameStop movement, raised $200,000 for a gorilla charity.
A gorilla charity.
Yeah, the Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund International.
Okay.
One person on the subreddit donated it, and their post went like pretty up, but like 112,000 upvotes or something like that. And then all these other people donated, and they've donated so much money to this organization to help save gorillas in the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Virunga Mountains of Rwanda and Congo.
Isn't that what? Doesn't Ellen have maybe that is her little charity.
Is there a gorilla one?
Yeah. And I think it's either she was influenced by that lady, Diane Fossey, or she named it after her. I can't remember. Oh, that's what Portia got her for her birthday one year.
That's really cool.
Just a gorilla rescue.
I got you this gorilla rescue. Hello, I'm rescuing gorillas because I love
my
you.
Headphones. Okay, I'm back.
Did those fall off your head and I missed it?
Yeah. Were you talking?
Yeah, I heard a sound and then I was like, what's that? And then I looked back and you were putting the headphones back on. I missed it. Dang. I got new headphones. No big deal.
Ooh, look at you. Ooh. Fancy, fancy, fancy.
All right. You want to know the next story?
Yes, I do. Okay,
this is for all you psychonauts, you political psychonauts. You ready? Magic mushrooms are decriminalized in Washington, D.C. as of today.
Fuck yeah.
So this was on yesterday, March 15th, and in overwhelming support passed the D.C. Initiative 81 that decriminalizes, magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, and mescaline, specifically natural psychedelics. Because natural psychedelics, turns out, can help you do a lot for like anxiety or depression or panic attacks or suicidal ideation is what they described it. So it's like actually super helpful. So
yeah,
really cool.
Did you ever see The Great Depression?
No, I didn't.
Which is Gary Goldman's special / documentary, and he talks about his, really, really severe depression actually, but some of the different treatments they put him on ketamine and like weird different stuff to like kind of try. And so there's a lot of, it seems like mostly psychedelics that seem to help with really, really severe depression.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in DC and you like to trip balls, there you go.
Congratulations.
Congrats on your newfound love.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever do ayahuasca?
I don't know if I could do it now. I did want to, honestly.
I feel like it's one of those drugs that rich people do now in the jungle.
For sure. It is pretty expensive, I think, and when you got to go down there. Mm-hmm. Well, all the way to DC in the jungle. And maybe they're going to start. Oh, yeah, because didn't somebody do it in like Florida?
Oh, yeah, that means they're going to start growing ayahuasca in Washington, D.C. now, right? So you can just trip balls on the hill.
Hell yeah.
This senator's on mushrooms. It's like the pitcher that threw a perfect game while on LSD. Mm-hmm. Like a senator's going to vote on a big bill on mushrooms or something. It'll be great.
He's going to write something good for once.
I'm going to love it. I'll be all about it.
Yeah. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would. It's hard to find time, I feel like you got to really like plan that shit out, mushrooms
That's
or whatever.
You got to be like,
you got to go camping or some shit like that. You got to
plan ayahuasca. Well, mushrooms is a long trip. That's the thing. A lot of those are kind of a longer trip.
You had a bad trip, man.
You do cocaine. It's a quick 45 minutes. Then you need to do more. So
and then you got to go get in your Lamborghini and drive somewhere in your leisure suit. I'm in the 80s.
I guess so.
You got to get on your cigarette boat with Don Johnson.
I guess ayahuasca would be like a whole weekend.
It'd be a party and weekend of ayahuasca.
But I like for you, who's someone who hasn't really done that many drugs, I like that you're like, I just don't have time. Sorry.
Right? Yeah. It's a commitment.
That's the only thing. Okay. Is that the end of that segment?
That's the end of the segment.
Hey guys, that was good news. Whoa. I like how I say it like if you didn't know what you were fucking listening to.
Yeah, I like that you say it that way.
Can we positive spin something today?
We sure can.
Okay. Have you been watching many of the murder docs?
I have watched some of the murder docs.
Okay.
What murder docs do you have specifically in mind?
Well, any of them. I just recently watched the murder of the Mormons or
I watched that one.
Okay. I can't remember what it was called. Is that what it was called?
It's called Murder of Mormons or Mormons of Murder. A murder of Mormons.
I was just making a
assemble like
YouTube
crows.
video, and most of it is me stumbling on that on that name. Keeping Up with the Mormons Murders. I don't know. I had just watched that one, but then cult ones too, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can't. I'm positive spinning the culture of murder docs and
Of
like
murder
just
documentaries?
everyone watch. Have you seen that TikTok? Well, there's a few of them, but you know that there's a clip and it's like his arms were cut off, his legs were cut off, his eyes were plucked out. He's just like naming all these things off in this voice. And then it's this lady laying in bed and she's just like, yep, just going to sleep while this is on, and she's like smiling, which I think is funny because, I mean, we are. So does it make us more paranoid? Does it make us desensitized? Does it?
I think if we were going to truly do a positive spin of this, my positive spin would be people actually learn in a very messed up, backwards way how criminal investigations work.
Okay.
Because, for example, the one that I watched like before those ones you mentioned was the I'll Be Gone in the Dark documentary. And it was actually really interesting to hear like what they did to catch this crazy murderer that killed like 30 or 40 people over the course of like decades. And it's like, it was really about this whole like new community of like internet sleuthing. There's another one called Don't Fuck with Cats about a guy who was crazy and he killed a person after killing cats on the internet and people found him. And it's like,
I've become very interested in web sleuthing based from the Cecil Hotel one.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Well, they fuck it up, but it was interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to.
The problem I have with a lot of these docs is you watch them and then it's like, and then the guy was caught and then it just ends. And there's no like, it's like the point to them is to just hear about all the gruesome stuff the person did.
Yeah. Well, and then
there isn't a good ending.
They drag out now. It's not like a movie. It's a 6-part series or whatever.
The Nexium documentary, the one on HBO.
Yeah. That one was so long.
Why is it this long?
Well,
like,
and in the very
long.
beginning, nothing really, I mean, with most cults, nothing really that weird happened. So it's not like, can we just skip to the sex part or whatever?
Skip to where it got weird. Do a 10-minute video describing what the like part of the video, describing what Nexium was and what their whole part was, and then start talking about the weird sex stuff. That's what I want in my documentaries,
Maybe I should just do summaries and then...
Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Well, come on, let's do it.
Look at that. Well, that's very much how I felt about the Cecil Hotel one.
So it's just really dragged out? Like, I could fast forward through parts of it, probably?
If you just want to know what happens, yeah. But I think I learned a lot about this web sleuth community. And that's
fun.
The reason it's drugged out. It's drugged.
Y'all got drugged.
Is because so many people had these theories about what happened because there's a video of her in the elevator. It looks like she's running from someone or hiding from someone. Mm-hmm. And so people had all these like, there's people out there or whatever. It turns out she was bipolar. So she was hallucinating because she didn't take her medication. So it wasn't like... So there was just too many of these, like, it seems like it slowed them down almost, that people were like calling in and being like, I think this is happening and it must have been this guy or whatever. And you're like they're idiots. They found this heavy metal guy, like musician. Mm-hmm. What is his name? His name is something very dark too.
Probably Axel. Axel sounds weird.
He's super scary. But he made a video from that hotel and had just said like he was there kind of thing. And they were like, it must have been him. And he specifically has some lyrics in songs where they thought it made sense for this particular case. And then he has a video where he chases a woman and then ends up killing her, which is...
What is this on? The Cecil Hotel doc?
Netflix. It's called True Crime or something, and then it's like The Vanishing at Cecil Hotel. I'm sure if you just put in Cecil.
The only good other positive, not to interrupt you.
I was going to say, I didn't get
Sorry. I just thought of, you know how fast these positives go. They're in my brain and out the other,
well,
so I
we
got to
need
say
them. Go get it out, yeah.
So the only other positive I can think of is a crime show at least has real things happening versus when you watch like a paranormal documentary, and I use that term very loosely. And it's always like, we're gonna go hunt Sasquatch, didn't find him. Like, it's like
it is really like those ghost hunter shows, and they're like, and we didn't find anything.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the cool part about the criminal ones is it did really happen, and it is mind-blowing, and it's weird, and it adds some mystery to the world versus your typical, like, I mean, when you think about it, we're watching them, obviously, but it's not like our lives are full of bumping and action and crazy stuff right now, you know? Like, it's actually kind of what we need right now are these weird documentaries that we can fall down, like the Tiger King, right when COVID started.
Yeah,
like,
that makes more sense.
You need the craziness, you know?
I said that on stage this weekend because I have started kind of doing a little bit about serial killers, and I was like, I hope this doesn't happen anymore and there's world peace, but also then what are we going to watch, you know?
What are we going to watch? That's a good point.
That's what it feels like. Anyway, so they try to blame it on this guy. It turns out he was there like a year before. It wasn't even possible that he could have been there at the same time. He was in fucking Mexico like when it happened.
So it sounds like these guys are bad web sleuths. Yeah,
and they like bullied him and all this stuff, and then he like almost committed suicide because they were being so fucking crazy to him. It's just odd. So with that though comes people thinking they know a lot, which then I think does make them more vigil. So if it was, you know, like your neighbor was killing people or something, you probably notice sooner now. It would be harder to be a serial killer now, I would think. You know, we don't need to glorify Ted Bundy anymore because there were no phones.
Yeah. It's just like, it's so weird. These, like, 'cause I watch them, and like I'll Be Gone in the Dark was very interesting to me because it was like a very weird case, as in it was so cold for so long, and they actually found the guy. That interests me. I think I'm more interested in the investigation part of it than the actual like what the person did, if that makes sense. Whereas I feel like some people watch them for the sake of being like, oh my God, this guy murdered all these people or raped all these people or whatever. When in reality, I'm like, I want to know how they caught him.
You know what? I think what all started it is making a murderer. Those people really.
Yeah.
Like it started the popularity of it. Obviously, there were already shows.
I mean, Dateline has been around for decades.
I mean, not in the same drug out way of. And then there's no answer to that one, you know, or well,
also,
maybe.
Isn't Dateline, they're always like 1 hour one and dones, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how they work? Yeah. Versus, you're right, like Making a Murderer. That was the Ahmed Saeed.
The first
right?
series of, you know, like really long. I don't know.
That's not Ahmed. It's I'm so terrible. I've listened to all this stuff. What's his name?
Stephen Avery.
No. Oh, oh my God! I was confusing it with the one from NPR, Serial. I was confusing it with Serial.
No, I'm not talking about a podcast.
This is the guy's name from Serial.
Talking about the first show that was really popular. I feel like
I remember watching Making a Murderer with you. We watched it in our. There was a lot of good television that came out when we were in LA.
Didn't we watch them in a hotel room?
We watched Holy Hell at the that was at the apartment. What was the one? We did watch we watched a really scary one in the hotel room. What was it? We watched so many horrible documentaries together that it's hard to remember which ones we watched. We should find a new one when we're gone.
Right, yeah, when we're in Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
And I just watched, which this is older and I had forgotten that it existed, but Kira was watching it when I lived there, about Robert Durst.
Oh, that's the guy who's like super rich, right?
Yeah, super rich, but also he 2 times, oddly enough, keeps talking when he's mic'd and basically confesses. I mean, eventually he does say it. And it's the creepiest ending because he does it the first time, like he's letting the people who are making this film interview him, and his lawyer comes over at one point and goes, "Your mic is still on," because he was saying the same thing over and over to himself to like almost practice it, you know? And so the lawyer was like, "Your mic is still on, just so you know." And then the next time I think he keeps it on in the bathroom. And at the end he's like, "Oh, you got yourself in, they're going to know this time." And then he's like, "Maybe they don't, I don't know." And he's like, "Of course I killed them all." Because there's like 5 different people that they suspected him of killing, you know? It's like his neighbor and then his wife and whatever. And yeah, That's like how it ends, is him going, I mean, of course I killed them all.
Oh my god.
It was fucking.
He's in
I was like,
jail, isn't he?
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was arrested, but
Yeah, the Mormon murder doc was interesting because it's about the murder, but then they kind of go more into this like other crime thing that's very interesting that I was.
yeah.
I mean, I guess we could
just
say
weird.
spoilers. Spoilers for the next like minute. He's a forger, and forgery is like very interesting to me. And I like.
Well, there's another doc about somebody who's forging paintings.
What was
like
that about?
Jackson Pollock. It's new, and I can't remember what it's called right now. Maybe we should save that for.
We should Google it after this we record. Okay.
Yeah, but I forget. There were like Rothwell paintings and Jackson Pollock paintings that he was forging and then selling, which is an odd thing because it's like, well, if you can paint like that,
Yeah.
Aren't you just as good as them? But still,
Why don't you paint your own? Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. But when maybe people just didn't give it, we know what it's like to be good at something and not get the same attention that other people who maybe are the same talent level or
That's
less
true. I am an amazing basket weaver, and no one wants
no
to
one
talk
ever
about it.
purchases his baskets.
Just kidding. Am I even a comedian anymore? Okay, let's keep going. Was I ever one to begin with?
But yes, forgery, very interesting. Crimes in general.
It's true. What's crazy about that guy, though, too, is he spent his whole life doing that. And because I think that's another thing that interests people a lot. I think the idea of you think you know someone, like a neighbor or a family friend, and they're great, and then you find out later they'd been lying to you your entire life.
Which is really weird. Like, that's the one thing I always take away from it, especially that specific documentary, which is actually why I was making this video today, is that his wife, who was interviewed the whole time, there's a locked room in their home. And she's just like, yep, not going to go in there.
I don't have to vacuum it. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said it was just another room I don't have to clean. And I was like, the fuck? Like, my God.
And how also he was like, essentially,
bombs.
he was being a fake Mormon pretty much the last like 20 years too. Like,
well, his intention too was to kind of make them look bad. I mean, a lot of the things that he forged would contradict what the Mormon church was teaching. And then they bought stuff from him because they didn't want people to find out.
That's so funny. Oh,
Again,
man, you want to take the quiz? This quiz is ridiculous today.
Very good at his craft, you know.
He's a real
Unfortunately,
craftsman. No, I'm very excited to go do comedy again. I'm super stoked about it. I will also be... The big reason I'm going with you is because I will be fully vaccinated then.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So if we
Also
get in
just in
crazy
time for school to
situations,
start up
I'll
again.
get it. Oh, yeah. You guys aren't even in there yet.
Okay, so... this is kind of interesting. It's asking what season you are.
Want to know if you're more winter, spring, summer, or fall? Just answer a few questions to find out. Okay.
How many friends do you have? None, 1 or 2, 3 to 5, or a crap ton?
I mean, I have a crap ton. If that's just more than 5, then yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to say a crap ton too because it's more than 5, right?
Yeah.
Favorite color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, black, white, brown, gray, or rainbow.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so they really include all the colors here.
Yeah. I'm going to go. This is tough.
I'm going to go with purple. I've been on a real purple kick lately.
I was literally just going to say that same thing.
Oh,
I'm going to
really?
go green. No. I'm going to go with green because it's a combination of those two colors. But yeah, for some reason, purple's been a thing
I've
lately.
been making like all my video game characters purple. I'm really into it. Okay, so favorite holiday: Halloween, 4th of July, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Valentine's, New Year's, or St. Patty's Day.
Christmas.
I'm going to go with Spanksgiving. Favorite social media app: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest, Reddit, Tumblr, or I don't use social media. I have had a love-hate relationship with Reddit over the last month. That makes me very...
Oh, I did get a text from Mike that's finally admitted that people on Reddit suck ass.
I posted a thing about how a company that I love is doing some weird businessy stuff, and then I got attacked by people who were defending the company, and I'm like, you're all a bunch of shills. Like, it's just... Ugh. And I got so mad about it.
Oh man, I did a TikTok the other day about people doing DoorDash in tandem, like they'll do it together. And the reason I said that was because we got messages, and one was like, "Hey, me and my dad are almost there," and I was like, "That's Just don't tell me, I don't care if you're driving together. Just don't tell me.
Yeah.
And then the next one, literally the next time we ordered, there was one person in the car took the picture, to be like, we delivered, while the other person was setting the food down, and they were like bent over. So it was like of their butt on our front porch. And I was like, that's inappropriate, but also like, why are you together? So I like put it on TikTok like behind me so you could see it and stuff. And I was like, what is this? Like, why did you send us a picture of this person's asshole? And like a lot of people liked it, but then I got like 30 comments that were like, somebody was murdered when they were delivering DoorDash, and that's not safe. And my husband comes with me because it's not safe. And I was like, all right, take a joke. Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. That's so weird. Like,
yeah.
I've seen that before when we do delivery over here. Like I had someone drop off and I noticed that they weren't driving. Like they had one person being the driver and the other person was like running up to the porch. I mean, I get it.
I've
if you're just trying to make a buck.
Well, and sometimes like people's kids are in the car, whatever. I don't care. You don't need to tell me that.
No, that's true. You don't need to share. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry.
That was more of the.
I'm gonna pick.
Anyways, I picked Instagram.
I'm gonna pick Twitter because I still like Twitter. What time do you usually wake up? 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 10, 11, 12 p.m. or later, or you don't sleep? I'm a 10 to 11 guy
6 to
in an
7.
ideal situation.
6 to 7, isn't that terrible?
That is terrible. Favorite flower: tulip, rose, sunflower, dandelion, jasmine, snowdrop, lily, or carnation? I kind of want to go with the lily.
Okay, lilies are nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the rose, but I like different colors than red.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be red. Red's hack. I get it. Favorite animal: cat, dog, horse, wolf, fish, lion, raven, snake.
What in the fuck?
I want to go kitty cat because I love cats.
Okay, I'm oddly interested by wolves.
That's the quote of the episode. I'm oddly interested by wolves. I want that zero context. All right, you got to pick a name.
Yes.
Olivia,
Okay.
Mary, Jessica, Ella, Christopher, Joey, Jamie, or Samuel.
What in the fuck?
I like the way Olivia rolls.
Olivia's a good name.
Olivia. It's fun to say.
Yeah, you can't help but attach people to these names if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Olivia.
This is a weird thing. When I was a kid, I would always say that if I was a boy, I wanted to be named Chris. I think it was just a popular name when we were young.
It really was.
So I'm going to go with Christopher.
All right. Pick a place you want to visit. Mount Fuji, very specific. Hawaii, Sahara Desert, or Amazon rainforest. I love how three of those are like crazy big worldwide geographic locations,
right.
And then Hawaii is the other one.
I know, that's just like a normal vacation.
Yeah, right? What are you going to pick? I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna go with the Amazon.
I'm going to go Mount Fuji.
Okay.
Now you got to pick an emoji. And you got to describe it. You got a smiley face, a heart smiley face, like the weird like judgy face is how I would describe it. Sunglasses smiley, cowboy hat smiley, devil smiley, poop smiley, or a skeleton smiley, skull thing.
I'm going to go with the devil smiley.
I'm going to go with the eyes with the hearts. I like that one a lot.
Oh, okay.
What did you get?
Summer.
Ooh, what does it say?
Says, you're like Summer. You're a bright and outgoing person who loves to be around people. You're always up for a new adventure and trying new things with your friends.
Nice. I got spring.
Nice.
You're like spring. You're a
you?
bubbly and colorful person who loves spending time outdoors. You're a social butterfly who doesn't like to stay in one place for too long.
That's cute.
I love being at home,
true,
though. I'm a big fan of it.
Now.
Monica just took a picture of us for the podcast.
You'll see it soon enough. Okay. Well, do you feel good about your
I feel pretty
score?
good about spring. I mean, I do like to be indoors a little more than it said, but I'm fine with that. That's okay.
We're the indoor kids.
Do you have a charity for the week?
I do. It is, hold on. It's Empowerment and Livelihoods for Adolescents. So, this is specifically like what they're trying to, it's called BRAC though. And it's founded in Bangladesh, but they specifically give, empowerment, financial help, whatever, to young people in poverty. And so they help them with finances, but like literacy and healthcare and social injustice, those types of things. And it is bracusa.org.
Is it BRAC or BRAQ?
BRAC.
BRAC.usa.org.
Yes.
BRACUSA.org. All right. What a fun episode.
Yes. Enjoyable.
Is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
Nope. Just kidding. I love you so much.